Nadia Reyes is 28, an ER nurse who's used to delivering bad news. Nothing prepared her for getting it herself. A call about her father, no warning at all. What her family went through over the next 14 months taught her something most people don't learn until it's too late. 2 years later, she made sure it could never happen to her mother again. This is Nadia's story. Nadia's father, Samir, died suddenly on a Tuesday. A heart attack at 61. No will. No trust. Within a week, Nadia learned the house he'd owned for 22 years was frozen, tied up in a probate court process that would take 14 months to untangle. Every few weeks brought another filing, another fee, another form her mother, Rosa, was too exhausted to read closely. By the time it was over, the estate had paid almost $14,000 in legal costs. Money pulled straight out of what was supposed to be Rosa's inheritance. And because probate is public record, a cousin Nadia hadn't spoken to in years found the filing online and started asking what Rosa was getting. 2 years later, Nadia couldn't shake the thought that everything she owned, her condo, her savings, her old car, could put Rosa through the exact same 14 months. So she booked 45 minutes with an estate attorney named Marcus. He explained it simply. Instead of Nadia owning her condo and accounts directly, she'd move them into a revocable living trust, a private legal container she still fully controlled while she was alive. She could sell, spend, or change the terms anytime she wanted. The only real change was whose name sat on the paperwork. What mattered most to Nadia was what happened if she wasn't around to explain herself. The trust already held instructions, and it named Rosa as successor trustee. So if anything happened to Nadia, her mother could step in immediately. No court, no 14-month wait, no public filing for a distant cousin to stumble across. Marcus mentioned one more thing Nadia hadn't expected. The trust could hold title to her condo too, so her name would never sit on a public property record at all. The whole thing cost about $900 and one afternoon at Marcus's office, a fraction of the $14,000 her family had already lost. 8 months later, Nadia was starting a shift when a co-worker, Priya, showed up at the nurse's station red-eyed. Her grandmother had just died, no will, no trust, and Priya had just learned the house could be tied up in probate for over a year. Nadia recognized every part of it. She wrote Marcus's number on the back of a prescription pad and told Priya exactly what she wished someone had told her and Rosa 2 years earlier. Don't wait until it's already a crisis. Whatever you own, however small it feels, can be the thing that puts your family through this. Priya's family is still in probate. Nadia's trust, the one she wishes her father had made, was finished 8 months ago. Marcus warned Nadia about 3 mistakes he sees constantly. The first, people create a trust and never actually move anything into it, so the asset stays in their name and probate happens anyway. Nadia nearly made this exact mistake. She signed the documents and forgot to update her condo's deed for almost 4 months until Marcus followed up. The second, naming a successor trustee, but never actually telling them. Nadia made sure Rosa didn't just know she existed as trustee. She sat with her at the kitchen table and showed her exactly where every document lived. The third, setting it up once and never touching it again. Nadia's already made a note to update the trust the day she buys a house or gets married, because a trust that doesn't reflect your life isn't protecting the life you actually have. Nadia asked Marcus the 2 questions almost everyone asks. Does this avoid estate taxes? Not by itself. That needs a different structure and usually only matters for much larger estates. Does it protect you from lawsuits or creditors? No. A revocable trust doesn't shield assets while you're alive. What it does, Marcus told her, is exactly what mattered to her. Skip probate and keep it private. Nadia still keeps her father's photo on her nightstand. She can't undo the 14 months her family lost, but her mother will never have to live through it again. And neither will Priya, now that she knows what to ask for. Nadia's story is a fictionalized composite based on situations real families face every year. If it sounds familiar, the paperwork that could change it probably takes less time than you'd think.